Hi, very good morning. I was looking at my clock. I'm amazed that you can sit on the chair for 1.5 hours without moving. So, for those who want to stretch or stand up, please feel free to do so now. So that I know it is tough sitting, sitting there for 90 minutes on the chair. It's a normal movie time. Okay, very good morning to all of you. My name is Eng Beng. I'll be presenting to you altogether 6 auditing standards. I think 3 relates to quality and another 3 relates to responsibility. So all in all, you recap earlier when Chika showed the summary that most of them are redrafted. There's only 1 standard that is revised. So the good news is that most of those things that I'm going to present, that all of you should be aware of it. So I'm not going to go into details. So what I intend to do, if I'm not going to go through some of these standards, I'll probably end my presentation in 2 minutes. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some recap, so that I must say the recap is quite important. Even in the midst of me preparing for this presentation, I realized that I forgotten some things as well. So it's a good thing that we do some recap of what are these standards, what are these auditing standards pertains to, and then thereafter I will perhaps highlight 1 or 2 points for your attention in the whole process. So okay, let's move on. Okay. As I say, we'll touch on quality first. So quality altogether, there's 3 standards. The first standard I'm covering is on the overall objective of the independent auditor. So this is SSA 200. All of you would be aware that this standards is like a backbone to the rest of the standards. It sets out what are the overall responsibility of the auditors and what is required of us. Okay, there is not much changes, as you can see, in terms of the overall objective. I mean, our objective is still to obtain reasonable assurance, as you can see. Yeah, to obtain reasonable assurance that there is no material misstatement of the financial statement. So overall, in terms of objective as auditors, right, no change. What it has done is it has also set up some reporting requirements, right? This is to report in accordance with our audit findings. This is our audit opinion. Again, there's not much changes to that. And then to talk about when we should withdraw from our audit if we felt that we cannot carry on as auditors. Most of these things are still relevant, the same as the previous standard itself. Some of the additional features of SSA 200. The one thing is regarding amplification of existing guidance. It just gives some additional guidance notes on what is sufficient, what is appropriate, right? What are the inherent limitations of the audit. For example, we do not really assess the efficiency, effectiveness of management. The financial audit itself is to show true and fair of the financial statements. No definition change of reasonable assurance. Right? Reasonable assurance, just to recap, is high but not absolute assurance, right, with respect to the financial statements itself. Professional judgment. Okay, this next slide I'll touch a bit more on this. As earlier on the presentation, there's a lot touch base on what is a professional judgment and professional skepticism. I think these two always appear from our profession in terms of what our professional judgment or professional skepticism. And if you all could recall, the recent issue of by ACRA and SGX to guide the audit committee to talk about how to assess auditors, right? Professional skepticism is there. Right? That's our definition of professional skepticism, but end of the day is to have a questioning mind. Don't take things at face value. I think I'm aware there's a lot of partners here as well. So I think it is sort of an occupational hazard, I must say, about professional skepticism. Personally, I like luncheon meats. I know some of you guys here may like. So at one stage, there was some food scare on luncheon meat. So one day I came back, my wife asked, has already cooked luncheon meats on the plate. So I started to ask her, "Are you sure this is safe? Where's this product from? And when was it manufactured?" And then she just turned around, "Do you want to eat or not?" Okay. So end of the day, I think it's an occupational hazard. I think all of us has that as auditors, and it will never go away. The next one is regarding professional judgment. Okay, I think there's additional